Hi folks, I'm in the process of selling an old Fender amplifier I have. It's a 1967 Pro Reverb black panel. As you can see it sort of right behind me here. It's on right now. I just had it in the shop. It was actually playing perfectly, but as I always try to do if I'm going to sell something, I always want to make sure that it's in absolutely perfect shape. So I took it to a fellow guy named Chandler Stewart, who builds custom tube amplifiers and also services vintage guitar amplifiers. And he went over it with me with a fine-tooth comb, and it was all original when I gave it to him. It still is. I haven't done anything to it except for that he did change out the caps. Whoever buys this will get all the original stuff. These caps were, a couple of them were starting to bloat. Oops. And I wanted to make sure everything came with it. So there were a couple caps, a couple of filters he changed out. There was the volume control was a little noisy on channel 2. So he went and just did basic service like for that sort of thing. But he wanted to make sure everything was right. He also put a grounded AC cable on it, just for safety's sake. But I do have the original. And if you want to put, make it literally all original, I have all the original parts. It's in pretty freaky, amazing condition. I don't know if you can see it very well, but you can see that often, this thing's 1967, so that makes it, what, close to 60 years old. Yeah, we're coming up to 25, yeah, so close to 60 years old, and there's not a stain on it. It's like the dead clean, unlike most of these. This one is not stained. The chrome is all good. You can see the Fender emblem here is all in real good shape. There is a little bit of oxidation on one of these little top rails here. Let's see if I can lean it forward for you. It's yeah, this one has just a little bit of oxidation on it. Whoops, reverb, making a little noise there. It has the original foot switch for the tremolo and for the reverb. I'm not really a rock and roller, so I'm not going to keep this amp, obviously, and but I will plug into it and play a few notes so you can hear it. You get the idea. That's on 4. It's pretty clean. That's also now with the bright switch. With the bright switch, it really brightens up a lot. It's probably distorting audio-wise, but anyway, it's a great little amp. Has of course, the tremolo here. And that's just so you can hear it. Now, one of the things that I wanted to do is make sure everything's perfect on it, and pretty much it is. I did notice a little bit of speaker noise. The speakers are the original speakers in this, which, as you probably know, most speakers, most of these, they replaced the speakers years ago because they would blow out, whatever. This one was really pretty much closet kept for probably 50 of its 60 years. And it does have a replacement speaker in it. However, the replacement speaker was under warranty. It was replaced back in 1967 with a Fender speaker. So this has actually two different speakers in it, but they're both from Fender. One is the CTS, and I think that was the replacement speaker, and the other one is the Utah, the Fender branded Utah speakers. But I have the original warranty claim and the replacement speaker information here. But the Utah is starting, I think I'm starting to hear a noise coming from it, like the speaker is starting to get a little bad. So if anybody is interested in this amp, I do have a replacement speaker for it. It's not a Fender. What I did is I have the, back in the 80s, Yamaha was designed speakers that sound like the early Jensens that went in these things. And they, as you know, the Japanese do a great job of making stuff sound and play like the original. And they did a great job. It's a Yamaha JA3066. It's a 60 watt RMS, 180 watt peak power speaker. Sounds amazing actually through this amplifier. Just, it breaks up like it should. It stays clean when it should. It just sounds really, really nice. So that'll come with whoever gets this amplifier too. I'm selling it only locally. I'm not willing to box this thing up and ship it across the country or whatever. I'm only selling it locally to the Philadelphia area. And if you're interested, contact me either through YouTube or Facebook, or I'm selling it also on Reverb. I'm asking $29.50 for it. It is, like I said, is about as clean as you can ever find. I have pictures that you'll see of the inside. You can see that the amplifier is all original. You can see that everything's original. I have close-up pictures of the speakers so you can date them. You can see they're from 1967. They're the originals that went with this. And like I said, I have all the original parts that still work, but I just didn't feel comfortable with bloated caps selling this. It just didn't make sense. It was a bad idea, I think. So the idea is to give it to you in the best shape possible. How you deal with it after that is your business. A lot of people like to modify these in whatever way. A lot of like to keep them just like they are because the amps are pretty amazing. It even has the original tubes, which honestly, at some point, probably is 60-year-old tubes. Not a bad idea replacing them at some point. But I don't seem to be having any problems. You can hear it's dead quiet. I will turn it just for giggles. I'm going to turn this up to 10. It's on 4 right now. I'm going to turn up to 10. You can hear how loud this thing is. That's on 10, and you can hear it has a little bit of a hiss, but it's very quiet. Very quiet. If I were to play it, I'd be a little scared to play it. You get the idea. So it's very clean. The amp's very clean, no noises, no weirdnesses. Anyway, $29.50. First one contacts me gets it, obviously. Enjoy, and if you're a collector, this is your thing. It's perfect. Check out the pictures; you'll be stunned. Even the guy who worked on this, who's worked on dozens and dozens and dozens of old Fenders, he said he's never seen one in such good shape. In fact, he posted it on his website because it was just such a stunner for him. Anyway, take care.